Constitution of the United States is not a living document. It's actually a very small document when you think about it. I mean, a little pamphlet. Now you got to think about it. The Founding Fathers, and if you listen to any of the scholars out there, you listen to folks like Beck and Hannity and Judge Napolitano, Bill O'Reilly, Neil Bortz, Limbaugh, they talk about some of these things, okay? And there's people at the Tea Parties that will talk about the Founding Fathers and different Founding Fathers, Ben Franklin and their importance. But when you get down to it, see, the Constitution was a very simple document. The amazing part of the Constitution, just like the Declaration and the Bill of Rights, was the men who came from all over the country from different types of social, economic backgrounds. They came from different walks of life, different religious beliefs and practices. But they came together to forge a concept and an idea of liberty and freedom. And that liberty and freedom meant the government need to leave us alone. Their intent for government was for it to be such a minor part of our lives. I believe it was Hamilton and Madison said that the Supreme Court would be relegated to just a couple of old retired judges or legal scholars that would stay in line with the Constitution and not become the monster we've created today that legislates from the bench. And then to say that we are not a nation under God. We are not a Christian nation. Wow. Even in my wayward days over the last 30-some years of not practicing any form of Christianity, growing up as a Roman Catholic, I still believed in Christ and I believed in an almighty and divine creator. How could anybody be so foolish to think that we are all so smart that we have the ability to come up with all these great ideas, concepts, inventions, innovations, just from our measly minds? Sorry, folks. That had to come from somewhere. But these men were firm believers. The painting depicting Washington next to his horse on his knees at Valley Forge. These men were believers in God. Washington was a believer in Christ. Not in a religious sense, but we should teach all our children, he said, about Christ. That he was a good man, an honorable man, a true man with integrity. We have the Pharisees, and I'm not going to turn into a preacher here on this video, but we have the Pharisees now in the U.S. Congress. We have the Pharisees in Washington. We have a group that has perpetuated a powerful situation to attempt to control us. But it's all about the almighty dollar. And the dollar is not so almighty anymore, folks. Economic discussions right now with the World Trade Organization and the IMF, International Monetary Fund, and World Bank about taking the U.S. currency out of the reserve currency for the whole world. If you don't know what that is, you need to go check that out. That's a little scary. And monetizing the debt, there's something else you need to look up. And it boils down to all of these things have been done and are being done today, blatantly, and in front of our faces, and basically giving us the center finger, the American citizens, the people. They are blatantly taking away the last of our rights. You want free health care? Go to the doctor. Go to the hospital. All the illegals get it for free. You just don't pay the bill. But the percentage of hardworking Americans out there that get that bill and pay it, or are paying for health care insurance, they're the ones who are going to lose. And just like when the Soviet Union collapsed, you know what's going to happen, see, folks? You're going to get to a point. Greece is there right now. Spain, Italy. You can only continue to raise entitlements to a certain point as revenues go down. Because you reach a certain point, and I would be that way myself. Everybody else is out there waiting for their check to come from the federal government. I'm going to reach a point, if I'm working and contributing that, I'm going to reach a point and say, why should I work? Why should I put in my hard-earned efforts? I might as well sit back and wait for my check too. And when you reach that point, Greece is there now. There's no money coming in. It's all going out. There's anarchy on the streets. We don't want to see that here in America. This is your chance, a second revolution. Now, kick everybody out of U.S. Congress to start. And in your local elections, look for someone who believes in I don't want to hear this fiscal responsibility. Stop spending! We're broke! I'm Joe Leinweber Jr., and I'm running for the U.S. Congress, 2nd District here in Tennessee, to be your congressman, the congressman for the people.